Hello, everybody. It's nice to be here, and I'm so glad John showed up because this would have been my first speaking engagement to represent the Cassadys. Carolyn, our mom, lives in London. My sister's up in Rockland, and John was out of town. So I was scribbling my speech just recently, and it's so nice to have him fly in and join me here so we can just talk about Ken and Dad and all the good times that we remember about him. So. Have anything to say?
No, you go ahead.
Okay, well, actually, I was just very proud that Ken, I only met him a couple of times personally, and but he had a big impact on my life. Dad driving the bus and me trying to follow him around in high school without getting caught and things like that. But I just loved him very much and how great he was with my father and what good friends they were. And I wish I had known him better, actually, but John knew him quite well, and I'm sure he has a lot more stories for you. So.
Well, I don't have time for the stories, but it's so great to see so many of Ken's friends and family here tonight to celebrate and honor his life. It's a really touching scene. And you know, the deal with Kesey is after a few road trips that you do together in close quarters and you get a bond going on, and you know, he was more or less just an inspiration to me. We all know what a pioneer he was on so many levels, but to me, he's such a great inspiration and teacher. I mean, even before I met him, you know, I was just knocked out by his beautiful soul. And one thing that's funny is when we were on that trip, here's Mountain Gal and Freddie and everybody, a couple trips just in the last decade, and I found this in the closet. We all wore these colors, at least to the one on Cleveland, and I bought this button on Haight Street in 1966 at a head shop. It says, "Go easy on Kesey." You can't see it from there, but I was this little teeny bopper, you know, with hair beyond the collar barely, and I go into the head shop, and it just jumped right out at me. You know, buttons were real big on Haight Street in '66. Well, he was in Mexico, you know, hiding on that pot bust. And so, of course, it meant, you know, go easy on Kesey if he ever does come back to the States, you know. And all I can say is I think the man, you know, it's like looking around this room. I just expect him to come out of the wings any minute with one of those goofy hats on, you know. It's not like he's gone. He's just on the other side for a while until we catch up with him. But I think Ken got a big kick out of this button when we're driving into Cleveland, you know, and it's all yellow, and it's, you know, it's 30 years old, and it was in a little jewelry box in the top drawer of my dresser. And just before we left, you know, I found it, and I said, perfect, put it on the coat. He got a big laugh out of it, and because, of course, he remembers where he was when this button was printed. But he dug it, and I think it's appropriate tonight just because I think it's not so much they went easy on Kesey, but I think Kesey went easy on the rest of us in a good way. Mm-hmm. And more than that, I don't really know what that means, but I just love saying the rhyme. You know? Anyway, as they've said before, all I can say, he's a beautiful soul. We'll miss him terribly, and all I can say, Ken, brother, is sparks fly up.
There you go.
Thank you very much.